know it is a sphere, isn't it?
The world is round, the world's a sphere. It's shaped like a ball that's like kinda clear. It's like totally not a square, so it's time you're aware. It's a round world after all. It's like a round world after all.
Okay, we get it. Everybody knows that the world is round.
But, you know, this wasn't always common knowledge. Like when Galileo first proposed the idea, most people believed that the Earth was flat.
Shocking.
So wasn't Galileo still in the right, even though the majority didn't believe him?
Yes, Galileo was in the right. The Earth is round, not flat.
And consider your situation at school. What would you do if your friends told you that an assignment was due in a week?
Like, if y'all think it's legit, then you should go along with it.
They're right. If they all believe it, it must be true.
But what if your teacher told you it was due tomorrow?
Oops, it happened again. It's due tomorrow. That's totally lame. Oh, Dumbo, Dumbo.
My friends or my teacher? I guess I'd have to believe my teacher, yeah.
Why is that?
Well, because he assigns the due date, he would know best.
But aren't your friends the majority?
Yeah, but in this situation, it's different.
Exactly. So sometimes we shouldn't listen to the majority. Sometimes we should just listen to the ones who know best. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do agree. We should listen to the ones who know best.
And Dumbo, don't you know yourself better than anyone else?
Yes, I'm Dumbo. I know Dumbo best. Yes.
So then, don't you think you should follow your own musical preferences instead of listening to your family or your friends?
So be different?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want them to choose your husband for you now, would you?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I should be different.
Nah. Different girls never marry. The family shame will make you marry. What you're told it will do well. You never will find you a boy to feel swell.
Oh, shut up. Don't listen to them, Dumbo. I mean, diverse populations thrive. It's important to be different. Like, take a garden, for example. And imagine this garden has only potatoes in it.
Okay.
So what would happen if this garden was exposed to the potato blight?
Will they die except defeat? If they do, what will we eat?
The potatoes would die, yeah, and then the garden would die because it's all made of potatoes.
Exactly, but what would happen if the garden had all different kinds of vegetables, like tomatoes and celery and carrots? What would happen then?
Well, I guess the potatoes would still die, but the other vegetables would still live, so the garden would live.
Well done, Dumbo.
Thank you, Dr. Siva.
So, then isn't it important then you see that diversity helps development? I mean, for example, take humans, okay? Would an engineer alone be able to build a house?
Our relatives are engineers. They can build one, have no fear.
Yeah, engineers are very capable people, yeah.
But doesn't a house require plumbing?
Plumbing? I suppose it would.
So then, in addition to an engineer, wouldn't you also need a plumber and a carpenter and maybe an electrician to build a house?
Yes, I suppose you would need all those people with different specialties.
Yeah, so you would need different people to have any kind of progress in something that you do.
Yes, you're right. We would need a lot of different sorts of people, yeah.
But isn't it equally important that people express these differences? I mean, if Alexander Graham Bell had had the idea for the telephone, but he hadn't taken any action, wouldn't it have just been the same as him not having the idea at all?
I guess, but go on.
Well, what would the implications of that have been?
Let's see, without the phone, right? Yeah. I wouldn't be able to call my mom or my dad or my tutor.
So people wouldn't be able to communicate over long distances then?
Oh, dearie me, I'm able to call our kind of uncle and Dad
So wouldn't people have lost a great opportunity for development then?
Yeah, I guess we would have lost an opportunity for development. I mean, what a shame, no telephone, no math tutor.
Well then, in addition to this, isn't it also important that people express their differences in spite of consequences sometimes? I mean, wasn't it important that Rosa Parks didn't give up her seat to the white male on the bus, even though she knew she would go to jail?
Well, yeah, I guess that was a big step for human equality, right? So yeah, she definitely
Exactly.
should have taken that seat.
Exactly. So then, seeing as you want to be happy, and the majority isn't always right, and people's differences are what help society progress. Don't you think you should rap instead of playing the piano?
You're right, I should rap.
Then roar!
Yo, my homies from the hood, go to school, cause it's good. If you like to do math, don't you follow your own path. You want your books to be the one, you should learn to live their lives. Dr. Steve has a life, he's happier than Mickey Mouse. You may seem like you're dumb, that's like staring at your palm, but just try to prove a man. Be strong, don't go along. And my parents from the home of things may not have gone as planned. I don't like piano, no, I want to rap like Fat Joe! I don't care that I'm Asian, I don't like my three equations. I'm a gangster to the core, feel my beat, hear me roar!
Everything she says sounds strange. Our ideals have begun to change. All this time, where have we been? She is making our heads spin.